Hey, welcome everybody to SMALive in the afternoon. I have my special guest right here, Yacub Khalifah. Yacub, welcome to the show. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
Now, one of the reasons why I wanted to bring you on the show, but we're going to touch on it later. I've been actually captivated watching all of the college, acceptances that you've gotten. And I think you said you're announcing that later on this week as a little tease to, your big announcement later on.
Yes, sir.
And we'll touch on that later, but welcome to the adult division. You came out from K-Talk. What's the big difference you see so far from the juniors to the adults?
Honestly, everybody's good.
Mm-hmm.
Really. Every division from the first down to first and second place, every single fighter is talented. Everybody has what it takes to win the division on any given day. In the juniors, you could kind of have a feel for who's going to be that Final Four every single time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a matter of staying sharp in every fight, being ready against any competitor.
Now, most people, well, if you don't know, let me go ahead and get you to introduce yourself. You're on Team K-Talk. Where are you from? Who's your instructor? What's your style? Go ahead and give us the whole nine.
Okay, so my instructor is El Java Abdul Qadir. We train here. We train here in Syracuse, New York. It's upstate from New York City. I'm on Team K-Talk. I accepted the invitation to join the team in 2014. So I've been a part of the team since then. Really I've been with him since probably 2011, 2012.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I started competing, training, everything.
Now, if those of you who have not seen Java compete, this guy will go out and fight with the 18, 29-year-olds. He'll come and fight 30. He's in the 40s with me, but he doesn't look it. He's an amazing competitor, and even a better guy. I mean, I can't say that, there are infinite things. We could take the whole show just talking about how good he is. He's, if I remember, he works with, not psychology, I'm trying to remember, counseling, if I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And the guy's just great. So you have one great instructor right there. What inspired you to start your journey in the martial arts? So was it film? Was it seeing some footage? Or, what made you start?
Okay, so it's not really an embarrassing story, but it's kind of a familiar story from many people that actually start martial arts. So The main reason was bullying. In middle school, I was getting bullied, and I didn't really have the confidence to step up or defend myself. I was just taking a lot of slap arounds in school. So my mom decided to put me in karate, and we actually knew him since I was like a very young age. We're both Muslims, so we know each other from the Muslim community.
Mm-hmm.
And she found out that he trains in martial arts, so I was enrolled.
Now, give me your. This may be tough, but it's your story is familiar. In fact, Paige Van Zandt of UFC fame just came out and said she just released an autobiography. She said, "Hey, look, I started wanted to learn to defend myself from anti-bullying. Actually, she had an incident which was much more severe than bullying, but bullying seems to be a common theme these days. What would probably be your worst example of a bully story and how it turned better once you got involved in martial arts?"
I would say I got jumped in the bathroom one day after lunch. I was on my way to gym, went to the bathroom real quick. 3 kids just came out of the stalls and jumped me, and I really didn't know how to handle the situation, in all honesty. I told my mom about it, and a couple weeks later, she enrolled me in karate. And from that moment, like, everybody was likable. I was able to build relationships with everyone there. And so my confidence socially just started to grow. And so as my confidence socially started to grow, I eventually started doing my own research with my instructor. So I started researching his videos and his companionship in the martial arts world and how much of an impact he's made. And I found some great YouTube videos. So that's really my inspiration for competing. Once I started competing, I would bring back like these huge trophies to school for like show and tell and things like that. And a lot of the kids were just amazed, wanted to be friends with me. A lot of them wanted to join. It never happened, but
wanting to and actually doing it. Those are, I mean, they're years apart. But I mean that's absolutely incredible. I feel for anyone that has ever gone through bullying, and I didn't start the martial arts when I was in high school, but I can't imagine what a transformation you have. Like you said, not only confidence, but also knowing that you don't have to fight in every situation, but that's what that brings. And I know also, Java is the guy to definitely teach that to you. What, being that both you and Jocelyn are in the Muslim community, I know that there are a number of my friends who are Muslim also studied the martial arts. It takes on, just being Muslim and being in the martial arts, I won't say it's a different thing, but I've noticed a lot of people that are in there, they have something even more special.
Okay.
That are also involved in that faith. And just being in, it seems there's a gentleman who is around our way. His name is, I can't remember Muhammad's last name, but he actually has Muhammad Taekwondo. We also came up under the Jinri system.
Okay.
I met him at Jinri, and he specifically teaches self-defense based training to those of the Muslim community. It has a huge following. I mean, it's just great to see, it's out there and everything. Let's talk about Team K-Talk. You guys have definitely been making some noise. You just recently picked up Drew Beatty. Like I said, you're being in the adult division. What is it like being on such an up-and-coming team?
It's great, being the underrated team, the team that's developing into an all-star type team. I think every single competition that we have what it takes to come out on top in every division, Mm-hmm. Team fighting has been exciting since Chicago. We had a great run against Impex. We fell short. We haven't really had any team events since then, like as a team. Mm-hmm. But I'm sure that our next tournament that we're going to definitely get it popping. And
also, you guys just picked up Anthony Price as your head coach, and that's essentially key. That is a great guy with so much experience to have in your corner. In fact, what is the next team event going to be for K-Talk? Do you have it on your calendar?
Yes, the next team event for Team K-Talk is the Quebec Open.
That's coming up in a couple weeks, April 27th to 28th, if I remember right. Great tournament put on by Claire, David, and Sam. I was there last year. Big K-Talk representation there, so I definitely appreciate and expect to see it this year. Let's see, moving on to education. Now, it seems like every day I get on and I say, hey, I was accepted to this, I was accepted. How many schools have you applied for?
I've applied for about 15.
How many have you gotten acceptance letters to?
I've got accepted to 12. 12.
What if, and I know you, like I said, I'm not going to spoil it. I know you have a big reveal. Do you have any that are in your, let's say, top 3, maybe that you want to go to? And we're going to say hey to Mr. Price, who is watching right now.
AP, what's going on? Us.
What would be your top 3 schools? And like I said, you don't have to, reveal it, but your choice, if you could pick, this is the school I want to go to, which 3 would it be?
Okay, so there's a local school. It's about 2.5 hours away, close to New York City, close to home. Mm-hmm. University of Albany is a great school, affordable, very populated, very domestic, great business program. Columbus State University, it's in Georgia. Mm-hmm. It's also affordable, great business program, actually ranked nationally for their business department. And Regis University now, I recently got accepted there it's in Colorado. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of far from home, but again, great business program. It's a great, what can I say, a great rep to have on a resume when you're going for a job.
And is business the area that you want to study in?
Yeah, I plan on going to school for marketing.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's, you know what, and if anything, from being involved in martial arts, you know what, you can have the best instructor in the world. You can have a guy who's multi-world champion, and you don't have good marketing, letting the people know what you have and what you can bring to, potential students. You're going to be, you're going to be shouting into a hurricane. So marketing is essential for everything you do. I know you definitely know that.
Yes, sir.
Well, I was glad you took the time to be with us here on SMALive. I'm looking forward to seeing you at the Quebec Open, making noise in the adult division and also teams and also with Team K-Talk. Tune in. If you're not friends with them on Facebook, friend this young man right now. You said big reel's going to come Friday where you're going to let us know. I wish you a lot of success in this new endeavor. I just kept noticing school after school after school, and that's just great. Everybody has to be proud of you for that. I mean, every time you post something, it's just like, wow, there's another one who's accepted. So you have all the choice you want.
Yep.
So definitely look forward to it. I'm going to see where you're going, and I know you're going to be successful. You've got the drive. One other thing. Let's bring this up. Last year when I was interviewing Bailey Murphy,
right,
the very first thing out of Bailey's mouth was, "It's this guy right here." And he pointed to you. You guys had just fought. I think he beat you with 1 point. He said, "This guy right here is a guy who pushes me all the time. When I don't feel like going to the dojo, I know I need to go because of them." And if you're pushing such a great competitor, I mean, he's out there making noise right now. As Anthony Price just said right there, the next GOAT. I mean, hey, if this man has confidence in you, you know you're headed to good things, and that drive is just only going to help you in college and whatever else you decide to do.
You're right. Yep.
Well, I will let you have the final word. What do you think about the upcoming tournament in Quebec?
I have actually never experienced the Quebec Open, so being exposed to the Canadian side of the martial arts world is definitely going to be interesting. I'm not really into watching film on fighters. I feel that every fighter is going to fight differently every day. That's my mentality. So I like to go out there and just fight my fight and react in a sense. But I definitely have seen some great showings at the Quebec Open. It's definitely been one of my favorites as a spectator. Definitely been on my list since I was a young child. I plan on winning grands there, so shout out to everybody who plans on attending. Yeah.
Hey, call your shot. I like it. Call the shot right away. You get a double thumbs up from AP right there. I know he's expecting that of you. Well, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you, Coop. Appreciate the time. Tune into this young man's page very soon to find out where he's going to college, and also tune into Sport Martial Arts in 2 weeks, in just a little over 2 weeks, to see him win grands. He's called the shot already. We're going to hold you to that. Yacub, thank you for the time, and I'll see you there.
All right, no problem. Thank you for having me.
All right.